Chapter Metals and Non-Metals. In this video, we will go through the chapter Metals and Non-Metals and the topics Elements, Metals, Non-Metals, about their occurrence and their properties. So very first, as you may be knowing about elements, what are elements? These are pure substances. Pure substances means made up of one kind of atom. So now we know these are the elements. We will have more discussion over them. First, let me tell you that elements are further classified as metals and non-metals. Metals and non-metals, these are pure substances because they are made up of one kind of atom. So in this chapter, we will come to know about their occurrence. First of all, what are metals, what are elements, what are non-metals, how do they occur, and what are their properties. Properties, that is the physical properties and chemical properties. Because the properties of metals and non-metals are different, and these are the subcategories of elements. So first of all, we will go through the study of element. What are elements? As I told you, these are the substance, pure substance made up of one kind of atom. So elements, substance made up of one kind of atoms. And second thing, these are the substances which can't be broken down further. Means they are in its simplest form. Elements are found in their simplest form. Therefore, they can't be broken down further. And as I told you, why they can't be broken down further? Because they are made up of one kind of atoms. Further, the elements are divided into metals and non-metals. The first category is metals and second is non-metals. So before we start about metals and non-metals, you should be knowing that there are 92 elements at present which are known to us. There are how many elements? 92 elements, and out of them 70 are metals and 22 non-metals, in which 10 are solids. We are talking about non-metals. 10 are solids at room temperature, 1 is liquid, that is mercury, and 11 are found at gaseous state, or you can say 11 are gases. So there are 22 non-metals and 70 metals. Total they constitute to 92 elements. If we talk about metals, metals are shiny, these are opaque, that is hard, these are sonorous. Sonorous means they produce sound. Sonorous means which produce sound on striking, like the school bell. When we rung it, so what happens? The sound is produced. or you strike any metal with the hammer, the sound will be produced. This is what the sonorous means. Next, these are good conductors of heat and electricity. And if we talk about non-metals, as we know now that 10 are solid, 1 is liquid, and 11 are gases. So before you start, let me tell you some examples also related to metals. If we talk about metals, that is gold, gold is a metal, silver, aluminium, iron. So these all are what? Metals. If silver, these all are metals. These are shiny, opaque, sonorous, good conductors of heat and electricity. And if we talk about non-metals, we take example carbon, oxygen, sulfur, nitrogen. These all are non-metals and these are dull in appearance. Dull in appearance. Second thing, these are not shiny. That is the meaning. Dull means that they are not shiny. Second thing, they are poor conductors of heat and electricity. So now we know what are elements. Elements are the substances made up of one kind of atom. Correct? Then elements are further classified as metals and non-metals. About metals we know there are 70 metals. There are 70 metals and 22 non-metals. Total elements 92 elements. Metals are shiny, opaque, sonorous, that is sound producing, good conductors of heat and electricity. Second one, non-metals, carbon, oxygen, sulfur, nitrogen, these are non-metals. They are dull in appearance, they are not shiny, and they are poor conductors of heat and electricity. So you can say the properties which are not present in metals, they are non-metals. Now we will talk about the occurrence of metals. How metals occur? From where do we get the metals? Actually, metals are extracted from their ores. So we will have more discussion and we will go through more study. So know how that metals are extracted. So as I told you that metals are pure substances and these are the subcategories of elements. Second thing, they are good conductors of heat and electricity also. Now the question is, from where do we get them? From where? The question is that from where do we get? These are extracted from the minerals. Now, what are minerals then? If metals are extracted from minerals, then what are minerals? Minerals are inorganic rocks, and in these inorganic rocks, the metals are found in combined state. And why they are found in combined state? So now we know that from where do we get metals? These are extracted from the minerals. Minerals, or you can say them as ores. And what are minerals? These are inorganic rocks which are the constituents of metals. Why metals are found in combined state? So we can say that metal is not found in free state. It is found with somewhat material which is combined with it, and it is known as minerals. So what are minerals? Minerals are inorganic rocks. So the question is that Metals are found in combined state. Why they are found in combined state? Because they are highly reactive. Because they are highly reactive, because of this reason only they are found in combined state. For example, you can take sodium, you can take iron. Because if iron comes in contact with the iron, it gets corroded. Sodium, it is also highly reactive. If you have read about reactivity series, then you should be knowing about this. So now we got the answer about metals, about their occurrence. How do they occur? So we can say that they occur naturally in nature, and they are found in combined state, and this combined state is known as minerals, and these are extracted. These means metals. Metals are extracted from the ores that are in the form of minerals, and these minerals are inorganic rocks that constituent metals, or you can say crystalline rocks. The crystalline rocks means the rocks which are rich in mineral. These are formed from the igneous rocks which comes from the volcanic eruption of the lava. So in this video we came to know about what are elements. These are the substance made up of one kind of atom. Second thing, these are pure substances, correct? Next, these are divided into two categories. First is metals, second is non-metals. The examples we took like aluminium, iron, copper, silver, gold. So these are the examples of metals. How many elements we discovered till now? 92. Out of them, 70 are metals and 22 are non-metals. Example we took carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen, helium. These all are what? Non-metals. And in this, 10 are solids, 1 is liquid, that is mercury, and 11 are gases. And then we talked about the occurrence of metals. That is what they are extracted from their ores. What are ores? Now, one more question we have. So we can define minerals as inorganic constituents of rock that make up the Earth's crust are minerals. Ores. What are ores? Minerals from which metals are extracted is ore. So now we know what are minerals. These are inorganic constituents of rock that makes up the earth crust from where the metals are extracted, and minerals from which metals are extracted is known as ore. So we came to know about element, metal, its subcategories, metals and non-metals. Then we came to know about how many elements are there, that is 20. How many metals are there? There are 70 metals. Non-metals, that are 22. Examples we took: aluminium, copper, zinc, iron. Non-metals: carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur. These are non-metals. Metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. Non-metals are poor conductor. Metals are shiny, whereas non-metals are not shiny. Metals are sonorous because they produce sound on striking, and whereas non-metals are non-sonorous. So they are opposite to metals, we can say. In our next video, we will talk about the physical properties of metal. Thank you.